Welcome back to another episode of Sweet Talk. I am here with a dear friend, Stephanie Marie. Why are you shaking your head?
It's not my middle name.
It's your middle name.
Oh, is this thing on? Oh shit!
It is your,
This
yeah,
whole time. Oh,
this whole time. Yeah.
bloopers.
It's not a blooper. We're putting this in.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome back to another episode. I am here with Stephanie Marie.
Sure. It's my stage name.
And how long have we known each other?
2017, 2016.
2017, I think.
Yeah.
And it was weird how we met, actually, because we worked at the same company at the same time, as different locations
Yeah.
at CPK.
Yes.
And then we actually ended up leaving around the same time.
To end up at a completely different city.
Yeah.
In the same job.
At the same job. Yes. And that's where we met.
Yes.
And then that's kind of where this story kicks off.
Yeah.
Because
holy crap,
I didn't know it at the time. I just thought you were bubbly and funny.
I am to this day.
You are bubbly and funny.
Right? Present.
But there was also other shit going on.
Yeah. That's true. I gotta say, this is the best casting couch I've ever been on. Just the best one, honestly. I fully clothed, camera, everything.
This doesn't work out. Casting couch might.
Maybe I gotta try it again. You know what? Fool me once, twice, or three times. I'll sure, but fourth time, you ain't gonna get me.
For everybody at home who doesn't know what casting couch is, ignore it.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it. Please don't Google it.
Google it.
But here we are. So I can talk about you all day because I've known you for years at this point.
Likewise, friend.
So I know I'm gonna let you hand it up, but I know what you're born in Redondo Beach, the oldest of 8.
Go figure.
Father's a cop.
Yep.
Was a cop. Retired.
Just retired 2020 before
the world went to shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And
simulation right now.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Hi them. Oh, yeah. Hi them. Okay, yeah. So I'm born in Redondo. I think the first paragraph thing I sent you was way too family oriented because I tend to bring up a lot of that. So when I talk, obviously I'm using a lot of hand signals, and I tend to give a too much of a backstory. Like I like to paint a picture of what I'm talking about beforehand.
It's fair.
Which they say is a very woman thing to do. Just kind of have a woman tell you something. Just get to the point. And 100% me. I'm like, oh, yep, credit to my gender. We just have to paint a picture. It's just who we are. Versus you meet somebody who's not like that, just kind of we just went like that. Yes, so this happened. And just beating the details.
I gotta land that plane.
Yes, you do, right? Yeah. Which is respectful. No, neither more righteous than the other. I'm just saying, I paint a picture. So in my family bio, I said a lot about, where I grew up, which was, I was born in Redondo. Who knows why? I moved around a lot, as a kid, which I had an epiphany about, today even. I lived in Wilmington for a little bit, Pedro, here and there, Lomita for quite a while, Long Beach, Cypress, and then back to Lomita. And now I'm actually back in Long Beach, full circle.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. My epiphany was that, as a child developing, that does something to a development, a developing brain. So it's the instability, and then watching my parents just grow to be parents, that's got to have some sort of effect.
Yeah.
Just on your developing brain.
Yeah.
If I had a twin, we're not going to have the same experiences when it comes to it. So it shows why I feel this need or longing as an adult to want to move to different places right now. No, I've stayed in Long Beach. I really want to move to the East Coast. I don't know why. But I just really have that. So maybe that has something to do with just my first lesson, my first sort of growing into who I was. Just moving a lot. You can just pick up and go.
That makes sense.
Right? Then why not? So it's but is that just running away? Is that what I was subconsciously learning from my family? That maybe things aren't stable enough? Okay, just go somewhere else. Is that, I don't know the word. What am I trying to say?
I get what you're saying. Because I've never moved. So I am very...
Really?
I can be complacent with where I'm at.
That's good. You have roots.
Yeah.
You have a place. But do you ever feel suffocated by that?
No.
No?
No. I'm getting more finicky now as an adult. Now I want change. But once I get that change, I'm okay with like hunkering down and creating that foundation and being there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But you've had the like opportunity to like have your roots, have your like stable home. Like you have, this is yours, this is where I
Yeah.
belong. So now you want to create, this is where I've had this chapter. Now I can sort of have my own. I have the means to have my own.
Exactly.
Whoa. See,
Yeah.
that's what I want. As I've had so much instability growing up, because I lived in Long Beach in Cyprus. I would go to my mom's house every other weekend. So there was that constant. And as a teenager, oh, I took so much of that. But I was able to um just not have something of my own. Never had something of like a structured house. Like sure, the houses are great, but it wasn't really mine. Like they had the family units of themselves, and here I am just bouncing kind of back and forth.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
And then when I left that, I'm like, well, I don't want to move to Vegas with my mom. I can't move back to Long Beach with my dad. Just pride, honestly. I could have. I'm sorry. I've said it before. Yeah, he knows, but just I can't say it enough really to say sorry to your parents. Say sorry to your parents now. They've earned it. And then I go to Lomita and I live with my grandma, and it's still her house. Like it's not mine, even though I kind of grew up in that house for like this chunk of my
Yeah.
childhood. Still not my house. Um, so it's sort of that level of who we are, how that traces as adults. Like the only thing I want is my own house. I just want my stability. I want my thing. But
So let me ask you this. Do you think the instability that you had as a child or during the developmental years, is that the word you were looking for? Is what caused some of the problems later on?
I can definitely trace that back to it. Yeah. Because you're just looking for, we're all looking for a tribe, somewhere we can fit in.
Yeah.
And I had my family. What's a better tribe than that? And I heard this good sort of theory, I guess, supposedly was that in back when we were hunter gatherers, we needed like, as that's why teenagers are so bitchy, is because we need to kick them out. We're like, we love you, but get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So that way you can go to other tribes and like reproduce. That way you're not stuck in your own. You can actually kind of venture out. So I wanted to find my own tribe. That's why I needed to go out. Bitchy as a teenager, I'm out. Um, and what did I find more than anything? I can go out, I've got money, I can get a job, I could go to school, but I don't have the attention span for it. What do I find? I find bars. I find people who like to drink after work. That became my, oh, these people will like and accept me for this. All I have to do is just have this drink in my hand. So, what does that do to a very, not even 25 developing brain? I have to learn how to socialize. And I can't learn how to socialize without something in my hand. So, you'll see a lot of alcoholics. By the way, I'm an alcoholic. Stephanie alcoholic. It's a thing. You AA people know. Is that you'll always see an alcoholic with a drink in their hands, whether they're sober or not. So at any AA meeting you see or anything, we always have a drink just next to us because we never learned how to socialize without one. It can be
Oh,
unlearned, but it's just one of those things that you kind of to notice. You're like, oh, wow, our behavior, the way it all kind of ties together. I don't know.
that makes sense. I never thought about it like that. I mean, I've been to two AA meetings. The second one was with you.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was for a paper I had to write back in college, but I didn't. I noticed there's always coffee and there's always sweets. But so when we met at Palos Verdes Palos Verdes Golf Club, right? That's where we
Mm-hmm.
worked. That place sucked.
Mm-hmm.
God, it sucked.
Destroyed a piece of my. Maybe that's why I started drinking.
I was gonna ask you that. Do you think that was the height of it? Because everybody there
Everyone.
drank except me.
Yeah.
And I remember Laura would get so mad when I didn't taste the wine.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing worse than an alcoholic who wants someone to drink. They always want to push, like, just drink, just do it. Like, now that I'm sober, they're like, oh, you don't drink, not even one, not even a little bit. No,
And she
like,
would make like little snide comments. Yeah.
because they want people to feel the same way they are. Like, why aren't I'm just gonna bring you down with me?
So do you think that was at the height of your, I guess, quote unquote alcoholism?
It was certainly, what's the word? Like it's prime. I think it was kind of just getting up there, and then it kind of plateaus for a little bit, and then it just downfall. But that's because you have so much access to it. Like there, it was such a culture to drink. Like at the
Oh
private
yeah.
club, like all right, we're here. We're 6 a.m. We're on the golf course. We're set up. We're gonna do. All right, everyone gather around. We're gonna take, 3-finger tequila shots. Remember, Roger would like always have us on the, and we were just gonna be drinking all day, and he'd get weirded out when we were like drunk by 10 a.m. Well, one, we're surrounded by it, and
Oh yeah.
dude, you know how we had the tents that we had to be like outside with? Would
No,
you
so I never did one of those.
You didn't?
No, I like set very strict boundaries because I hated
What's
being
that?
there. With the boundary,
What's
yeah,
the boundary?
it's the things that they are limitations that you set so people don't take advantage of you, but they think you're an asshole for setting those boundaries. So once you set boundaries, people can't stand you.
They can't.
Oh no, they hate your
No,
guts.
they can't.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Oh, it does. It
It's
does.
amazing. Now it does. Then like there's that people pleasing side
Yeah.
that just for me that just like no, I gotta be the good girl. I
But
gotta do
alcohol
it. No,
also kind of shifts those boundaries, I would
it
imagine.
does
Yeah.
because it lowers your inhibitions
Inhibitions.
completely. Because you've never drank before, right?
I've tried it. So in 2020, when I was at this wine bar I was trying to help open, I did like a little wine tasting, but because I don't have that palate,
Ugh,
it tasted like straight dirt. No offense to Miss Peggy, the sommelier at, at our job, but we love you.
love you.
But I could not tell the difference. And then before that, I think I was 23. I tried a sip of Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, a sip of Corona,
Uh-huh.
and then I tried a sip of Sex on the Beach, and it's nothing like the actual act. They were the most disgusting things I've ever had.
What if they sprinkle some sand in that without it just kind of be like, yep, same thing. Sand's getting in you one way or
Sand's
another.
getting into you somewhere, and in the nooks and the crannies. But yeah, no, I've never. I remember my very first drink though.
You do?
Yeah,
What?
I was 12, and my mom used to drink vodka, Smirnoff, straight,
Ugh,
no chaser.
no.
Yeah, just balls to the wall. And she had a red solo cup, and it was had a bunch of ice in it. It was a hot summer day. It was during the summer. I'll never forget this. And I thought it was water, and I was thirsty. So I came in from playing outside. I was like, all right, let me get some water. Dope. And I took the biggest swig,
Ooh.
and it was the most bitter thing I've ever had in my life. And I spit it back out into the cup, and I poured the whole cup out.
Nice.
And that was, yeah, that was the first time I was like, I'm never drinking this stuff. This stuff
But you
is
didn't
this.
swallow it.
Nah.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Bill Clinton. What I smoked, but I did it in hell or whatever. Yeah.
I thought Lewinsky for a second. I'm like, she swallowed for sure. For
Ooh.
sure, you know she did. Like, how do you got the like
You've got,
most popular dude in the world?
I don't
You're
know.
taking that straight to the stomach.
Did you though? Because you got to remember the blue dress.
Was it on the blue dress?
It was on the blue dress.
Was it?
Yeah. She kept the dress.
Really?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you think she still has it?
I don't know.
Call us. 1-800.
Somebody tag Monica, and we've got questions.
Hillary, stay out of this. It's not your fight, all right? And I am not suicidal, okay? Just so you know, I'm not coming after the Clintons. I am totally fine, okay? We are good. Speaking of.
But do you? So I would. You said that was what's called Palos Verdes Golf Club was around when?
Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, so around there, because it was right before I was CPK days, and it was
Yeah.
CPK, you know, they encourage you with your coworkers.
Oh yeah, I
we're
know.
all here.
Yeah.
Like, so I had done something bad, and I had had a sort of an affair with a coworker there for like 2 years, and I left because my drunk ass would go to the bar next door, get stupid drunk, hook up with other coworkers, and it was just this cesspool. And I ended up hooking up with the wrong person, and I made some enemies. So I technically needed to leave CPK because I'm like, I created a really unsafe place for me here.
Yeah.
My fault, 100% my fault. I understand. I'm still making amends for them. I'm actually on my step 9 to make amends for that. So I left there, and I'm already kind of in that drinking process. I'm drinking at home.
Yeah.
As soon as I know I have the date, my biggest thing, and I knew I was like borderline, like I have a drinking problem, but it's like I could stop whenever I want to. That's what all alcohol is. I can stop when I want to. Was that I would have a day off the next day, so I would get off work and I'd go buy a bottle, and usually a bottle of Jameson and then maybe some beer, and then I just go home and I drink, knowing that I can sleep in all the next day or even just wake up and drink in the morning. that was like my heaven. This is my day off. This is my bliss. And so that was already starting to happen. And then I go work at the golf club from a friend who, my friend Erin. I don't know if you had met her.
I did.
You did?
I met her briefly.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was there, and that's when I started. I just started. I'm on my best behavior. Everything's fine. But then they're like, "Oh no, we're drinking culture around here." Oh, okay. I'm gonna fit in
I'll
just
say
right.
less.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's when it just started really taking off. That's when I met. Who's that bartender? Lana.
The black chick?
Yeah. Was it Lana?
I think it was Lana. It was Lana.
Was it Lana?
I didn't even know she was drunk half the time.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Like flock together type
Yeah.
of a thing. It was bad. Yeah. So go figure. So that's when it was really starting to take off. And then afterwards, because I kept calling off work at one point just because I was drunk. I'm making an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, no, I can't come to work finding I'm not feeling well, or I'm having car trouble. Something is my issue of why I'm calling out so much. And Laura was like, you're done. Like, you're calling out, I don't think I showed up drunk, but I think I might have showed up kind of. Like, I remember calling out hungover once. She's like, that's not a real reason to call out. I'm like, well,
I mean, it kind of is.
Right? I'm like, I can either be there drunk in front of everybody there, which no one would have noticed. We were such secondhand citizens there to those people. Like,
oh, yeah.
But that's a whole other podcast. But that's when I was like, all right, well, I got myself fired pretty much, well, from this job because
Wait,
I
who
was
left
drinking.
first? Me or you?
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got over it.
Yeah. You were like, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
And Laura was pissed.
Oh, she was really mad. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a small break and we're going to get back to it. And then we'll come back and we'll just pick up where we left off. Sounds good? Sounds great. We'll be right back. And we're back. So there was something you mentioned. You mentioned a lot of things earlier. One was finding acceptance. You said you made a lot of enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And so you were trying. You said you were trying to find your tribe. In another way, trying to find acceptance, and you did that with alcohol. Because when everybody's drunk, we're all kind of on the same playing field. You would think so. I mean, because the serving industry is really like that.
It is.
Yeah. Like because we make, back in the day when we were working at CPK, we were like on a good night, like 150, 175
cash.
And you thought that was good money.
Yeah.
And so then you go out all night. And then because of a server's schedule, if you had to go to work the next day, you didn't start till about 10.
Mm-hmm.
And that was for the lunch shift.
Mm-hmm.
10:30.
You don't need to be sober to do that.
Yeah.
Or fully sober to do that.
Or then it was even better if you started at dinner.
Yeah.
Because then you could sleep all day.
Yeah. Or you can, I'm just not going to go. I'm going to someone call my shift. I'm going to start calling people right now. While I'm out drinking.
So I've seen people do that too.
Yeah.
But 100%. Where else, besides making enemies at work, where else did that heavy drinking get you?
I guess, do you want the timeline version? No, that's not the timeline. It's too long a story. What else it got me? Well, I mean, there was so heavily invested in just drinking and going out that it's become a part of my identity. I don't realize. So going out, getting that bottle, being at home, just drinking at home, losing jobs, kind of curating my personality when I meet people to show them this really good side, only to kind of hide that side that's going to come out eventually. So it got me to when I lived in Carson at one point. And the people there were it was house, and then walk along the side, and there was this sort of back room, and this huge kind of room like this connected it. And they were moving. They were just gonna move out, and so I kept procrastinating. Story of my life. We all procrastinate. Why do we procrastinate? Because we get shit done at the end. That's why we can keep doing it. The way our brains work. So I knew that they were leaving, and so I didn't have any savings. We made money. Go out and spend it. I was only able to make as much and able to calculate how much I needed to either make rent, pay my bills, get gas, get food mainly. I became really good at budgeting. But when it came time to moving, I never started looking for a place. I didn't really care. I was like, I'll figure it out. That was just like, oh, I'll figure it out. It's no big deal. And they came and they were all leaving. They all left. I'm like, these motherfuckers actually did it. Like they actually left. I thought you were just kidding. No, no, they were serious. And they left. And so hold I stayed there. Technically I was there for like this amount of days
Yeah.
because I lived there. But the landlord of that house was like, you don't live here. I'm like, yes, I do. I rented to them. They're like, well, this is our house. You don't live here. I'm drunk as shit when this happens. So they call the police. They try to get me evicted. I'm like, I'm here. I have all my crap packed up. I'm clearly getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
I had no plan. I didn't know what I was going to do, where I was going to put my stuff. I have to put my tail between my legs, call my dad, and be like, "Hey, I need you guys to come, like, and help me. I have to move out of here. I don't know where I'm gonna put my stuff." So they come over. My brother's like, "Dude, this place reeks of alcohol. It reeks of cigarettes, and weed. It's just everything." I'm like, but of course, I'm already kind of drunk, and they're like, "What are we gonna do?" Like, I don't really know where I'm gonna go. Like, well, we come back to our house. I don't want to do that.
Well, let me ask you this: why didn't you want to go back? Is it because you would have to curtail the behavior?
100%. And there's no way at that point. I just think that I can't keep it under control. Like I just don't want to keep it under control, not knowing I can't. Like there's no way I could have not hid that side of me, and I didn't. So I knew in that knowing I'd have to go back to, and I did put all my stuff in there. I would like pretty much sleep on the couch, but and I was still working at the golf club, so I would figure out like, fuck, where am I gonna go tonight? Screw it, I'm just gonna go to a bar. I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna pass out in my car, and I did that for 2, 3 months where I just lived in my car. But I would sometimes even go to my friend Erin's house in Rancho Cucamonga just so I had like a place to sleep. Granted, my parents are in Long Beach. I am welcome there anytime. But I choose to sleep in my car, choose to kind of live that like, no, 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 I'm just gonna live out of here. I even like would shower and get ready at the golf club because they had like the women's locker room.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to do that. And I would just that would be my thing. Because it's not street homelessness, but it was like I really had nowhere to go.
I get it.
That was my story. So yeah, it led me to homelessness. Luckily, I didn't get arrested when the cops came because they're like, well, technically, if she had like a lease, there's a whole squatters thing, right?
Yeah.
Going on. I didn't really know, but they had come back when they were supposed to kick me out, but my dad was there, and he's ex-police, so they were able to talk. It's like, look, we're literally taking her right now. Like, it's no big deal. But I felt so bad. Like looking back, I felt so bad for that landlady. I was such a bitch. Just because it really takes over everything, like your personality. And so if you know somebody like with a drinking problem, like that's not them. They're literally taken over by something right there.
I've known my mom was a massive alcoholic at one point in time.
You had said like, did you like what age?
I would say she was functional alcoholic from. So I remember she would always drink Bacardi.
Ooh.
Right? But after she lost her job, that's when it exploded.
Really?
To the point where she was getting like just swashbuckle drunk. So it went from being a functional alcoholic to just and straight up raging alcoholic. And I think that was around from 10 to 12 years old. So for about 2 years.
Very impressionable years.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Do you remember her person? You can see the personality shift in her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
really?
Most definitely. Like, she was mean. Yeah, like super mean. Like we would get in like almost like damn near getting into fist fights because she was, yeah.
Damn. Was she working for 2 years or was she just drinking for 2 years?
Both.
Oh.
Both. So she was technically out of work for 5 years, and then she would. Here's Genghis.
Hey.
You know what I'm gonna do?
An excellent audience member.
And so, but she would do little odd jobs here and there. But she was pretty much from 10 to 12 drunk every day.
Really?
Yeah. And she was knocking back, I don't know what the sizes of those Smirnoff bottles. They're about that big. She knocked back like 3 or 4 a day.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Why didn't she just buy the big bottle?
I don't know.
Who knows? Why we do this?
By a handle? Yeah, I don't know.
Why? I used to do the same thing. I used to go because every alcoholic is close to some sort of liquor store, and they know
We
you
had
better,
two.
right? And they would see you like, why are you buying the medium bottle? You're just going to be back here in a couple hours. Just buy the big one. I can't fathom spending that money because there's no way I'm gonna.
But you're actually spending
But
more
you
on
are gonna do it. It
it.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And every time you swipe that debit card, it's like, oh my god. And yeah, you can see the shift and change. It's not them. It's literally just sort of this thing that just takes over. It's it's scary having been it and like see it where some people describe it as like being hypnotized, where it's like, yeah, you're kind of conscious, like, or even being drunk. Like you said, you've never been drunk.
No.
Like there's like a level of like subconscious where it's like like I'm talking to you, and there's like this voice in my head that'll be like, oh, don't say that, don't say that, don't say it, and then like I'm gonna say that. What voice is saying that? I don't know. That might be offset schizophrenia. Maybe I did it to myself, but it's that voice that's just kind of telling you don't say these things, like don't do these things. But you can't help it. You're just like, I don't give a fuck. You're
Because
just
your
like, you're
inhibitions are gone.
overridden. Mm-hmm.
So then you said you weren't arrested that time.
No. No. But I was arrested. Well, yeah. But this is where my you can say like a cop father, cop daughter privilege sort of comes into play. Because I was driving drunk and up the 710 after leaving a boat party in Long Beach. And my friend was driving his motorcycle in front of me. We're going like 90.
Nice.
On the 710 north at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Always a good idea. All of a sudden, I'm driving and I'm conscious enough or coherent enough just to see him like hit the back of this truck, and he cartwheels off of his bike
Jesus,
forward.
fuck.
Yeah, skids across the freeway. Bike
Was he
sparks
drunk
go
too?
flying. Yeah,
Oh my god.
We were both wasted. Where we were going, I don't know. I'm assuming we were going to that house in Carson. So I freaked the fuck out. I think I just saw my friend die. So I pull over, and luckily he's there. He just hops right back up, because luckily the only time you're ever gonna get in an accident like that is you better hope to God you're fucking drunk.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You're
so loose. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the only reason I think that he survived that. But he had real bad rash and whatnot. So of course, when I pulled over and I'm trying to get his bike out of the fucking freeway, and I'm sobered up just enough, and he's just freaking out. We have to call the people, pull over, and they have to call ambulance. The cops come, and I'm like, oh my god, my friend, my friend. And so they pull him into the ambulance. They go, and all of this feels like it's taking like seconds. This was probably a long time all of this was occurring.
Yeah.
So he goes, and then next thing you know, the cops just like, okay, so if that was your friend, this would happen. By the way, what's going on with you? Fuck. So close.
This isn't about me.
What's that? And just kind of like, you can't do that. Don't do that. I didn't do that, but I was just like, oh, he's like, we're gonna do a field sobriety test on you. Okay, fine. So they does it on me and whatnot, and he was like, okay, so I'm gonna arrest you on suspicion of being intoxicated. It didn't do the breath. He's like, do you want to do a breathalyzer? I'm like, nope, because I ain't gonna pass that shit. He's like, we're gonna do the blood test, but we gotta take you down to the station to do it. Okay. And he's like, okay, but and I told him, because one time, side story, was when I would drive drunk and they were like, hey, your eyes are all messed up. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just wear contacts. It's just kind of they're just all dried out right now. It's the stupid shit we say. And he's like, by the way, since you're a cop's daughter, anytime you get pulled over, you need to implement or kind of say that you are family to, these people. I'm like, how do I say that? Just find a way to bring it up. So I always kept that in mind. So when I'm fast forward, I'm talking to this cop on the side of the freeway. I told him, and he's like, okay, well, we're gonna arrest you. Where's your phone? I'm gonna take your phone. I'm gonna call your dad. Nope, just take me to jail. You're not. Just take me to jail. I don't care what you. Absolutely not. And at the time, my dad was saved in my phone as Yoda. I should Darth Vader. He is now as Darth Vader, obviously, but at the time was Yoda. And so I just see a cop pulling over, has my phone, calling Yoda at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. My dad answers.
How pissed was he?
I don't know. All I know is that he came down to the station enough to where I didn't have to be booked. which is
That's good.
the weird. I still got the sentencing for everything, so
No.
everything happened for a DUI. The only difference was that I wasn't booked into the jail.
Oh, and that's when you got the DUI. Because I
Mm-hmm.
remember we talked about that when you got your new car.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it's
it's all coming together.
10 years, man. I'm off my record.
Nice. Okay, there you
Yes.
go.
Spent about 10 grand, dude. Don't do it.
Oh,
So much money. It's your insurance, it's the classes you have to take, it's the things you have to pay the court for getting that blood test, for having being in court, everything. There's so many, like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it's so expensive to have a DUI. I've known people with two, three,
I
four.
know somebody, I met somebody with three, and I was like, well, shouldn't you be in jail by now? Like,
You should.
for life?
Technically, your second one, you have to do mandatory jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I am shocked that I never got a second one. Like I became like this. I don't know if you can see that, this close to getting a second one, but by the grace of God, thank you so much. I never did. Did I learn my lesson? Oh, but I didn't hurt anybody.
But then, okay, so with that being said, homelessness, obviously, you said before you said you made enemies, you had to leave a job,
Mm-hmm.
you were getting drunk at work, then you faced homelessness, then you
Mm-hmm.
faced a DUI.
Yeah.
That all sounds pretty shitty.
Oh yeah.
So what the fuck was rock bottom?
I know, right? You would think, where is the
Yeah.
bottom? That should be bottom. And one thing, my favorite thing, my friend John says, he's like, my rock bottom, my last day drinking wasn't my worst day. It wasn't DUI. It wasn't a fight I got into or anything. It wasn't like that. It was just when you just had enough. And my rock bottom was, and I love to tell this story, is I was living in Torrance and I was drinking a lot, just drinking more and more and more.
That's when we worked together. Remember, because I had to take you home.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Me and she who shall remain nameless.
Yes.
And I didn't know you had a drinking problem. I just thought you got drunk that night. Because I even remember we never spoke about it,
Uh-uh.
and I never gave you shit for it.
Uh-uh. Which was awesome. But that's sort of the facade that we have to keep, that we
Yeah.
like to keep. That this is just kind of, oh, we're just having a good time right now. It's no big deal. So if I can keep that, then that just shows that maybe I have some control over it. It's just denial.
So let me get this straight. Like, sorry,
It's
pause.
okay.
I just remember something. So you're getting that drunk, and you live directly across the street from Torrance PD.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. The call is coming from inside the house.
Okay. So when was rock? Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a small break because I know you're hungry. I know you want to dig into that pecan pie cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna come back. We're gonna cut that, and we're gonna talk about when rock bottom was, and then when you found a light at the end of the tunnel. Sounds right?
There is a light.
There is a light. So sit back. We'll be right back, and we'll keep it going. All right, and we're back. So we're gonna bounce back and forth between subjects. One thing I know about people who would you still classify yourself as an alcoholic?
100%, yeah.
Okay, so one thing I know about people who are alcoholics, once they give up alcohol, that sweet tooth they have increases tenfold. And I used to think I had a big sweet tooth until I met you. And you have the biggest sweet tooth out of anybody I've ever met in my life.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
The way you pack down brownies and cookies and everything in a single setting should be studied.
It's unhealthy.
So
It's a problem.
now, when I asked you,
Imagine what I do with alcohol, like a fucking Olympic sport.
well, when I asked you what dessert you wanted, you said just make whatever. And I suggested a pecan pie cheesecake. And you love pecan pie,
Yeah.
but you said anything with pecans.
Yeah.
So now, why anything with pecans? What is it about pecan? Like, does it remind you of something?
No.
Or
It's just damn delicious.
just damn delicious?
It's goddamn delicious.
All right, so let's see how this pecan pie cheesecake. So I'm going
I'm
to
so
dig into
excited.
it. But to go back, we were talking about your You know you're taking this whole thing home, right?
Fuck. Yes, I told my brother that there'll be cheesecake when I get home.
So we're talking about your rock bottom.
Okay. Yeah, my favorite story. My favorite sort of my I've grew up religious. I know we talk about God sometimes. This is my this is how I know God loves me, loves us as people. Um because of this story. I was drinking a lot in Torrance, right across from the Torrance police station, and the Zebra Room was my usual watering hole, which is probably why I never got COVID, because that place is just riddled with any disease imaginable. You've been it, you've
I've
seen
been
it.
to the zebra room.
Thank you. Um, this looks fantastic. This smells better. Martha Stewart, eat your heart out. Don't come for me. Um, and I was drinking a lot, and then for some reason, at the same time, granted, while I'm drinking all this, I'm still swimming. Like I love to swim, and so I would go to the gym and swim like 3 or 4 times a week.
Nice.
And I would do it early as hell in the morning. I would always do it, so I felt like I'm a healthy version of myself, and I would still be drinking as often, just as a rationalization of it. Um, and uh I, for some reason, I don't inexplicably become very close with my high school sweetheart, my first love. His name is Edgar Gonzalez. Rest in peace. He died earlier this year. Don't ask how. I don't know how. I got to actually text his sister about that. But him and I become close again, and him and I dated for a really long time. Like we had a lot of history, and we start, reconnecting as adults. He starts talking about his life and my life, but as a drunk, there's only so long I can hide the facade, and that window gets smaller and smaller
Yeah.
and smaller. And so finally, I'm calling him drunk. I'm just bitching at him. I'm using alcohol as any excuse to feel my feelings, especially to cry. I love to drink just to know that I would cry and just to like, just cry, bitch, just fucking cry. No, couldn't do it. So he takes this for so long. He's like, I ain't fucking taking this. This is dumb. He remembers my dad's phone number from high school, and my dad has had the same phone number for over 25 years now, weirdly enough. My my ex, he remembers it. He calls my dad and tells him like everything, just everything that's been going on, everything that I've ever talked about, and what's going on with me. And so next thing you know, my dad is, I don't really remember this part because I was like going on like couple like 3 4 day benders. Yeah. Um I actually ended up in the hospital once
Oh
because
wow.
yeah, I couldn't stand. I was like crawling around my apartment because I couldn't stand long enough to feel my legs.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was just such bad withdrawals that like everything in me was shaking. Like I'm really surprised I didn't have a seizure. So I got admitted to the hospital. They stuck an IV in me. They had to hold me down because I couldn't stop shaking. It was like violent. And so all they had to do is just pump me with IVs. I fucking hallucinated. It's real. Like I kept having audio hallucinations and visual. Just kind of to the side. They're like, "There's nothing here. There's nothing happening." I'm like, you don't know that. Want to know a side story? Something funny.
Whoa.
So as I'm in the hospital, this bullshit is happening to me. I'm like, oh God, I'm seeing something. I'm hearing something. My true story. Good. Now I can take a break and actually try this. True story. Is this thing on? Yeah. I can say it again if you want me to.
No, 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 no,
You want
no,
more
no, no.
detail?
First off, how's the pie? How's the cheesecake? Okay, so you know what? We're just gonna glance past this. So
It's okay. I did.
obviously,
I did.
all right.
So
So DJ Diddles get caught.
my
You finish your set, and then that you got it. DJ Diddles finish your set. You got it. Cool. So, God, I hope no kids are watching. So, well, nobody from church.
put a little parental advisory
Oh wow,
thing
this
on the
is
top corner.
so. Oh God. So
Let me just preface by saying you asked me here. I was invited.
yeah, this is true. So, and I do not regret it at all. This is great. So,
Speaking of, and maybe that's why they look like vaginas.
so, so,
So yeah. So my calls my dad. My dad comes over. He takes me to the house. Has me pretty much sober up. Um, I'm around my family. I'm in the PV Golf Club pants. Those black pants we had to
yeah,
wear. They were my favorite pants, but they are torn to shreds. Just because they're my favorite things to wear. Really, the only thing I have. Um, and I'm wearing a white T-shirt. I got vomit all over me. My hair's a mess. I look like shit. But they have to monitor me. They have to kind of keep me around to make sure. They do that. They end up dropping me back at the house. First thing I do, I split, go right to the liquor store. And I call my dad. I'm like, dude, like I can't do this. I can't stay sober. Like I can't do this. He's like, well, if you just stay there, you're just gonna drink. Do you want help? And at that moment, I'm crying. I'm like, yes, I do. I can't do this. I thought I can do something. I can't. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna try and see if I can find a bed for you, like at a rehab.
mm-hmm.
That's a scary word for an alcohol rehab. Oh God. So I end up there, and he's like, okay, well, I found you. He called me back a little bit later. It's like, well, I found a place. But before that, I remember he came before he took me to the house. All I remember was coming to was laying like on the couch like this, and just kind of being there. My legs are all spread open. I'm wearing shorts, and I just see my dad kind of sitting almost like where you are, but like by my legs. He's just crying, and it was enough to where I think that's where I was like, okay, I need help. Like when he was like, if I can find you one, because I was just that image of my dad just like hunched over crying of like, what the fuck? Because he knew like something was up with me, because like we would never talk about it, but to see it like in like reality, like that's gotta hit like to your kid. Like I don't know how many kids like can imagine what that, like if my cat was out there drinking and creating enemies and
Yeah.
getting, oh my God, it would break my heart. So I can imagine something you've had that long, like this kid you've had for 30 years. So he said he found a place. My brother's going to pick me up at 6 a.m. and we're going to go to rehab. I'm like, okay, fine, let's go. Even in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'll be fine. I'm just going to tell them what they need to hear, and I'll be on my way. So next thing you know, as soon as my brother picks me up, I was drinking all night. Nice little send off. And I don't remember what my last drink was. I remember it was a beer, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I don't know. It's just not my thing. But my brother picked me up. I'm like, hey, I'm going to pass out in the back while you drive. We drove for a while, and I'm thinking it's somewhere down the street.
Nope.
Nope.
Somewhere
Nope.
in another country.
It was in another country. We are driving across the border to Tijuana, Mexico. And that is where my rehab is going to be. And I'm only going to be there for like 10 days. Okay, I can handle that. But right when you cross their gates into it, and you just like, okay, say your goodbyes. I'm like, okay, bye.
See you in 10
see you later.
days.
I'll see you in 10 days. They're like, oh no, you're here for 4 months. Come again for Big Fudge? What?
Ma'am?
What?
Pause.
Sir? Like, no. And of course, no. It's, senor, please.
Aquí.
No.
Por favor. Sí.
No me gusta la situación. I don't like this. And they're like, no. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to. Oh no. I've never cried like that before in my life. So it still took me about a month of just crying every meal that we had. I just crying myself, and of course people were there like, can you just not cry today? I know. I thought about that the other day. I'm like, God. But once a month happened, it was like the roughest month of my life.
Hey, look, I'm really trying to enjoy my food. Could you just, politely and kindly shut the fuck up?
Shut the fuck up. Nate? Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, oh, okay.
They didn't season this enough. Can you get some of your salty tears, please?
I don't use my tears to masturbate then. Right? No. Right? Dry. Can't do it.
You're in Mexico. Seco.
Seco.
Seco means dry.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
I didn't know that.
Don't ask me why I know.
Why do you know?
Because I have a friend who, like, he never had any money, and he was always broke, but he would always, like, he was just annoying. So we didn't want to call him brokey, so we just called him Seco, because his pockets were always dry. So
you want to call him brokey?
Yeah, we don't want to call him broke boy, so we just call him Seco.
Better than bitch boy.
It's way better than I don't know broke boy.
Broke boy.
Yeah.
Or brokey.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
like,
called him Seco.
Seco. I like it.
Yeah.
Seco. Dry.
Dry.
Don't got shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So pretty much every woman's in that place, Seco.
literally and metaphorically, because now you're not allowed to drink.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But it's a facility where alcoholics were the minority. The majority of the people there were there for meth
Oh,
or pills. And they kept men and women separate, but we all had the same like common where we would all eat
yeah.
together. We would all go to men and women would have our meetings separate, but in the morning, 6 a.m., they let us out of the room because we were locked into our rooms
Oh,
every
wow.
every night. And it was like
That's like prison.
yeah, it was. It really was. And it was like a cabin situation. Like we went, there was like maybe 10, 15 people in like one thing. We had bunk beds, one bathroom, and yeah, it was like a prison. But I thought they were to lock the doors to keep us from getting out. It was to keep other shit from getting in. Because we're in Mexico and there's a bunch of shit that could try to potentially, you know, infiltrate. We
El
came to
Cucuy.
find out. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
good to know, right? And
Yeah.
we're there by ourselves. We're like, oh fuck, and not to mention all this spooky shit. Like this is Mexico grounds. They love to tell scary stories. I'm like, I hate it here. I hate
And you
it
lived there for
so
four
much.
months.
I'm here for 4 months, baby. Honestly, one of the best times of my life. I'm not gonna lie. I look back, 4 months of it. I learned so much. I made some really good people. And the reason why I decided to embrace sobriety was because I saw the behavior patterns of other people and it mirrored my own. I'm like, I don't want to, that's who I am.
We're going through that now.
We
We
are.
we we know people who are just it sucks because I've realized when my mom was drinking, and I've had other friends who were going through it. Everybody is trying to drown out something.
Mm-hmm.
We just do it all in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the easiest thing to go to might be some type of narcotic, but certainly alcohol because it's everywhere.
It's accepted.
Yeah,
And look at the effect it has. Like
yeah.
how easy it is to, like your mom, did she, I knew why I started drinking, like
So
I
my
knew.
mom drank because she was depressed.
Was she a big drinker like her whole life?
Uh
Like not a big drinker, but does she just kind of naturally have it around and then she just
yeah,
went off the rails?
yeah,
Okay, so she was like a social or just a
yeah. She
common drinker. I don't know
yeah,
how.
just like a very basic, like just very
And then went to abuse the.
yeah,
Yeah, totally. And a lot of people are like that. No one wakes up and wants to be an alcoholic. No one wants to be a drug addict, or you
yeah.
end up like that because you can't cope with.
The reality that's going on around
Yeah,
you.
and literally that outlet is the only thing you can, and weirdly enough you can't, but it's the only thing you think you can control. It's the only small bit of happiness that you can control. And if that's what I can, and that's all I need, if I can just have this little bit of relief from this fucking prison that is my mind, even though I know how irrational it is, I'll do it. I will have to. How so fucked up our brain is.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Right, like you've got your, like we talk about things that you're going through, and just like that, imagine if you had that relief knowing that every time you had a slice of cheesecake you just felt this, you like we do obviously because
Yeah,
it's fucking incredible. um Board black baker, awesome. You felt like immediately better, like all that was just lifted. You just didn't care about anything. You would probably, anybody would like feel that way
yeah.
or abuse it.
It's a
Maybe.
euphoric statement. That's why people get. People. It's a euphoric feeling that you get when, like, people do PCP or acid or something. It's just it makes them feel good for that second. It's that dopamine hit that people just constantly want. It's that come down that sucks.
Yeah, right. It's that snapback. That's what I would do for anything. That's what that whole saying is like. A crack addict never has to go and work for crack. Don't let a crack addict out
Work you, yeah.
work you today. It's like, well, one thing I said in my share in Thonga, well, for me, and I kind of see this as a pattern, is one of the fundamental components that all addicts kind of share is shame. We have deep shame of who we are. One, not being able to get things right the way we think that people have it done.
Yeah.
Shame about I'm not. There's something fundamentally wrong with me. Therefore there's like a whole underlying level of shame. And so I look at some of the homelessness around, and there's just this, it's just in the eyes. Like you
You
can
can
see
really
it.
see it in people's eyes.
You can.
Like,
It's that level, and it's like I understand, but only they can cross that threshold into it.
but
Like
everybody else can see that emptiness. It's sad
it
too.
is.
So do you think people saw that emptiness in you?
Oh yeah, there are people who you can see they pity me. And I hated getting that look while I was drinking. They just kind of look at me and, you have so much potential, kid. What are you doing? And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like I have this, and And I'm glad that no one decided to go down with me. I mean, some people did, but like in that sense where they weren't trying so hard to fix me,
Yeah,
because you can't.
you
Like I
can't.
needed to fix myself.
So then you did, because you went to rehab in Mexico
Yeah.
with for 4 months.
4 months.
And I'm sure you said it was the best time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you had some hellish nights though.
Oh God, the
You it
worst.
wasn't all rainbows.
No, it was bad. Like the first month was the hardest because I had to come to terms with everything that my life was just changing. Because nobody likes change. No one likes to give up their power.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to I think I might have sent it to you, this podcast about what women want, and it's like it's hard for like, and I'm realizing this now, like when you're in your 20s to 30s, there's this shift happening, especially with like your looks and like women, and we're kind of having to give up that power of our looks to just becoming middle aged, and a lot of it is just kind of brushed off, and it's just this really weird sense of just losing that power. It's
Yeah.
like I'm losing my life, I'm losing everything I've ever known. It sucks. And so there's just that panic, but I don't know, and that's where I prayed so hard every night. I just bore my bore my soul to God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if he spoke back, but he calmed
Definitely
me
listened.
down. He listened. Yeah, I love that. And he it calmed me down to be like, you don't have to worry about if you're going to be able to drink on your birthday or New Year's, or if you ever get married or anything. You don't have to worry about that. Like, just get through today. Just get through tomorrow. That's all you have to do. And then those days slowly started to accumulate. I started to feel better.
So now you have a giant accumulation of those days. And
Six
first you were
years.
California sober.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now, so you haven't had marijuana in what? 2 years? Three?
2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Mm-hmm.
You also gave up cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
which is dope. And you've been you haven't had alcohol in what, 5?
Six. I just
6?
celebrated 6 years on the first of this month.
Oh, so why didn't we celebrate?
Yeah. There's there's cake.
Touche. So congratulations on 6 years. I know.
Thank you.
Did I tell you what happened at my last jiu-jitsu competition?
No.
So there was this dude who had tally marks tattooed on him, right on the back of his neck. And I was joking. I was like, "Who are you, Victor Zsasz?" And if you don't know who Victor Zsasz is, he's in a he's an assassin in the Batman series. So every time he kills somebody, he puts a tally mark. So his body is like full of tally marks, right?
Oh.
So I told that guy, I was like, "Oh, who are you, Victor Zsasz? You out here taking bodies?" And he looks at me and says, "Nope, that's how many years I've been sober." And he had 5.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
me and this guy had like just a nice conversation about it.
Aw.
Because I mean, that shit's not easy.
Mm.
It's not. I mean, especially. I mean, I don't know about for you, but for me, this year has been rough.
Bruh.
So, it fucking sucks, right? So I can only imagine there must be those urges sometime.
To disassociate,
Yeah, to like
right?
want to pick it up, but then that kind of just wipes that slate clean. Because 6 years, I mean, a day's not easy.
Yeah.
So let alone 6 years,
Yeah.
and you're keeping it going. And I've said this to you before. Like, I really admire you because that's a lot.
No, I just feel bad for you.
But because it's not easy, it's not.
Yeah.
And I've seen people, especially even at our current employer,
Yeah.
there's so much alcohol around us
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Yeah.
From the whiskey to the wine, from the tequila, like there's everything. Like if you really think about it, we are an alcoholic's dream.
Yeah, we are. Dude, if I was drinking, working there, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. I honestly, I would be dead. I would have drank myself to death. Easy.
So that's why I applaud you.
Thanks.
So with that being
I
said,
am special. I am.
you are, because it's not, that's the shit's not easy. It's really, really not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So congratulations to you. 6 years, 2.5, and then like there's no six. Like you, I would say you literally gave up all those vices, but you were like knee deep in cheesecake.
I'm eating as slow as I can to save. Normally,
Why?
I
Because
would
you
have.
have all this to take home.
I know. Well, I have to share it.
Do you?
No, but I'm
You
gonna.
remember he ate your brownies.
Bitch. I
Yeah, so she
hated
had me make her brownies once, a
it.
huge tray, and her brother left her like a square.
Literally a square. He's like, well, at least I left you this. You know what? That's true, but I never said eat all of it.
Eat 98% of it.
Bastard.
So, but now, with that being said, all that 6 years, what's your advice for somebody, for two people? There's two types of people.
Okay.
For people who don't want to get help,
Mm-hmm.
and for people who do want to get help and they're in the middle of it.
Don't know how. Man, I. It's weird to say, but honestly, I don't know. There's a lot of things I could give my example. People tried to tell me at that time I wasn't ready to listen.
Yeah.
You'll see the signs there when you're ready to see them. Um, but just I would tell anybody doing that you are loved more than you know. You don't have to go through this alone. And the opposite of addiction is connection. Because addiction really tries to isolate you in every sense. Hence, like your mom getting
Yeah.
really mad. Like all it's trying to do is that thing take you over and just isolate you and kill you. I like to think of that. Remember that movie Osmosis Jones?
Oh, I love that
Love
movie.
that fucking movie. Like you know how that one virus was trying to
Yeah.
like just kind of slowly take him down. He's like, well, it took me months to take on this, weeks to this person, finish this person in a couple days.
Yeah.
It's just slowly trying to isolate and just go, okay, got this one on to the next. And you know, there's everyone will say different things. Like a lot of the people in my programs, like you work in a restaurant, I could never be around alcohol like that. I could never do it. I'm like, well, I don't try to make it all about my whole life, the program or the meetings, because I made alcohol about my whole life. I'm not trying to make non-alcohol about my whole. I want others. I am not just my alcoholism. I'm not just my experience, my 4 months. My life kind of I get a reset of my life every day I wake up. And if I can relive the experiences of my past and be like, okay, this is me, this is Stephanie now. I got this. I'm gonna kind of tender care as much as I can to that past version and be like, hey, I've got it from here. What can I do? So when I see someone struggling, and I know a lot of people that are struggling, the only thing I can do is just tell them how much I love them, how much they are loved. And be like, if you want help, you want to talk about it, like, and just tell them like, hey, I'm here if you want to talk about it. There are boundaries that need to be drawn because
Yeah.
you want to help certain people, but you can't, like, you really can't. You have to let them come to you. You can't force it. I saw lots of people in rehab whose sobriety was forced, and I look at them now. I'm like, yeah, I was never gonna.
So then let me ask you this. That's a good question. So I'm going to ask you two questions. The first one is, now we already talked about somebody going through rehab or not wanting to, knowing, what do you say to the family members? Because I know a lot of people, unfortunately,
Yeah.
they may not drink, but their husband does or their wife does.
Yeah.
So what would you say to the family members? Because I know the people I know a few people, and they're just over it. But
yeah.
But what advice would you give that person living with an alcoholic?
Living with an alcoholic, you have to stick to your boundaries. What are you willing to put up with? You know, like now, I mean, if you can imagine your mom here today, and let's say she was reliving those 10 to 12, those
Yeah.
2 years with you now, what sort of boundaries would you have to have with her as an adult facing this? Like, so we can look back at our teenage years and see, like, who we were, like, and we just saw the way some adults treated us or something. We're like, why would you talk to a kid like
It's
that?
funny
Like,
because you don't really have boundaries as a kid because society doesn't let you have those boundaries because
no.
they say, I'm a kid. What's the example you always use for Matilda? I'm big, you're small.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm right, you're wrong.
yeah, and that's usually how it is. That's even how it is up until you're about, in all honesty, like 21. Because when you're 18, people are like, oh, you're just a kid. You don't know anything.
Yeah. And then like at 21, like, what do you mean you don't got it yet? You're one of us now. Oh, but you're still such a baby.
Yeah.
And I feel bad every time I say that because like, I hated hearing that. And I'm like, looking back, I'm like, you don't know. You need to be like
You still got to be coddled.
into, yes,
Yeah.
really eased into it. I really wish I'm glad I wasn't eased into it because I have that stubbornness about me where I need to figure it out. Um, maybe there's just a balance you have to find. So finding family members that have that, the only thing you can do, there's a couple things you can do, is you look into and do all the research you can. I hate when people say, oh, just do your research. What the fuck does that mean? Um, Research meaning by talk to alcoholics. Be like, okay, first thing we'll always tell you, go to a meeting. If you're not an alcoholic but you know someone is, there's something called Al-Anon. You go to Al-Anon meetings, and Al-Anon is literally meant for the family members of alcoholics, because alcoholic does not, even though it isolates you, it affects
Everybody.
everyone around you.
Oh my God, so
So many people, and that's what we're so selfish and in denial. We don't realize that, but it does, and
it's a ripple effect.
it is. And being sober, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, even if you're not drinking, but you don't work on yourself enough, you're still going to exhibit with the dry drunk. You're still going to exhibit a lot of the same patterns. And that's
And we
almost
know a few of
worse. We
those.
do know a few of those.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can say about them, because, like, but that's where my sort of issues come in, where I kind of tiptoe and walk on eggshells around certain people like that. Because I'm like, I don't want to disrupt the peace. I don't want to do it. It's not my place. But if I maybe had more of a spine, I'd be like, what the fuck? But then maybe it's just coming from a place of empathy. Like, I'm just like, you know what? I know what it's like, and that's not really this tough love I need to be on. That's not what they need.
That's
They need
true.
love. Like, they're honestly, they're just a hurt person. Like, and it's just they don't know how to challenge that. Maybe they were never. I was lucky enough to be given the tools, or had to work on the tools, like, to get that. But they don't. So why would I be mean to someone that doesn't have something like
Well,
that?
I mean, that's a really good way to look at it. You don't know what you don't know.
You don't.
And I mean, at the core of it, we're all supposed to love each other and try to be there for each other as much as
It's
possible.
hard.
It's hard,
It's so hard.
but it's possible.
Right.
So there was something else you said. Um, I was going to segue into my next question.
Ooh. Segue.
If you now, what would you say to the younger version of you,
Oh, which version?
the one that picked up that first drink?
Oh God, bitch. The fuck do you think you're doing? Get the fuck out of here. God damn it, you dumbass.
But knowing who you were back then, you're probably not going to listen.
No, hell no.
So,
Oh man, if we could just look back at our younger selves to only know what we know now.
yeah.
That's what humbles me to this day, and I think that's what keeps me sober, is knowing I don't know anything. Right now, to this very moment, I don't know about tomorrow, but all I know is that I know nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps me humble, and that's what keeps me learning and curious, because, oh no, for the first time in my life, I am teachable.
Yeah.
I'm teachable. I'm open to the possibilities. I don't have to worry about being right. I don't have to worry about a lot of things. But if I could see that younger version of myself and just, tell her, like, you what happened to you wasn't your fault. There are better ways to live if you just kind of focus a little bit, and love people, let people love you the way that you love them. You're not going to be alone. You can figure it out.
That's beautiful.
You're not alone. And that's the hardest part, I think. And a lot of people I gravitate to is that we think that we're so hyper independent because we were taught that we had to just be these strong people. Yeah. That's why we get along so well, is because we've always felt the need to be supportive and just kind of have, like, we probably lost a great deal of our childhoods because we had to grow up really fast.
Super fast.
So what does that teach us? That we can't ever slow down or just enjoy a moment, because everything's about doing and just kind of giving, and like, oh, you did something nice for me, now I gotta do something nice for you. It's like, just let people love you the way that you love them. And that's something I'm still trying to learn. I really wish, young me could have understood that and be like, you are loved. You are enough. You always have been, you always will be. Don't be afraid to exist in this world, because we don't know anything. We're just here. We're just people. And you're the right people, they will find you.
You don't need this crutch.
Just this one.
Yeah. You don't have to fit in.
No.
You don't need that alcohol, that liquid courage.
You don't need it. I mean, people want to do it, but you don't need it.
All right. So now, one thing I do too is, at the end of the show, I ask people to do two things. One, you got to tell me your motto.
Motto?
If you have a life motto. And then 2, you got to name the dessert.
What?
And then I'm going to put the recipe up at the end.
Okay. My life's motto. What would you say my life's motto is? You know me well enough to know. What would you say my life's motto is? Oh no. Oh no.
Don't be afraid to eat stuff off the floor. But it kind of makes sense.
Don't be afraid. One time, okay?
One
And
time
you
too
get
many.
the nickname forever. My God. Don't be afraid. Yeah, don't be afraid to eat stuff off the floor. You never know where it's gonna land you.
But that is kind of, I mean,
One of a funny story, side note, I used to eat as a child, preface by saying, I used to eat the gum from underneath the tables.
see, your life is full of chows.
It is. It is. I thrive
Now,
on
for those of
I'm an
you at home
Aries.
who doesn't know what chouse is, this
It's
one,
nothing. It's not a thing.
this one saw the word.
Volunteered a story.
She told me this story. She saw the word chaos somewhere
You know what? Yeah, I did. Shoulders back, tits up, absolutely.
and didn't know that was how you spelled chaos, and proceeded to pronounce it as chouse.
Chouse.
How old were you?
Like 14.
I'll give it to you. I was hoping you said around 26.
Oh my God. I probably at 20. I don't know. I'm
But
destroying my own brain cells.
life motto.
Life motto?
Yeah, you still sticking with don't be afraid to eat stuff off the floor?
No, I'm going to say tits up.
Oh, what Maria used to say.
Maria used to say. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Chichi said.
Yeah.
Well, Chichi, tits out.
Yeah.
But yeah, just tits up.
Now you got to name the dessert.
Monica Lewinsky.
Name the dessert something else.
Nope. You said I could name it. I'm naming it the Monica Lewinsky.
Nobody's ever going to make this.
Good. More from me.
So with that being said, I
We're so bad.
full mouth, holding your cheeks. That's really it. You look like Monica Lewinsky right now. So
If you're about to come out my nose, that's probably how she got on her
that's
dress.
disgusting. So we're gonna end it here, and I can't edit
So
this
much
out.
cream. Why is it room temperature?
Oh, Stephanie, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. Let's, casting couch ever. This is nice.
We're not calling this the Monica Lewinsky.
Why not? Guarantee you, bestseller. They'd be like, why is it called the Monica Lewinsky? They just got to order it and find out.
You guys have a good day, and I will see you next time. It's fucking disgusting.